How many cities were barren deserts just 15 years ago? Lusail was. In 2005, a satellite view of Lusail would look something like this. A far cry from the modern, smart city taking shape today. Built on the momentum of the 2022 World Cup, Lusail City will one day be home to 500,000 residents and over 80,000 visitors. In the past few years I've lived in Qatar, it's been pretty amazing to see just how quickly this city has grown. This weekend I took a trip around Lusail to see some of its newest additions. Lusail City covers 38 square kilometers. It's an area with residential and commercial buildings, leisure spots, public avenues, and a marina. Once it's completed, Lusail City will have a light rail network, a water taxi system, and lots of cycling and pedestrian paths throughout the city, along with a park and ride. The city right now is about 65% complete, and there are new buildings and projects starting all the time. Lusail will be Qatar's first sustainable city, and the name itself comes from a rare flower that sometimes blooms in Qatar. I started my visit to Lusail today at Crescent Park. This is one of Qatar's newest public parks, and it's so new that I don't actually know if anyone really knows about it. Parts of it are still under construction, but they have a small parking lot where you can park and then walk over to the main park itself. This park connects to a pedestrian and cycling path that go to the northern part of Lusail, and it also has a really nice viewpoint at the entrance where you can walk up a few flights of stairs and get a really nice view over the northern part of the city, see all of the new apartment buildings that are going up, and also you can catch a view of Lusail Stadium off in the distance. This morning I'm at Lusail. I'm right now at Crescent Park. It's in the northern side of Lusail. You can hear there's still a lot of construction around me. There's still a lot of stuff being built here. It's still very new, but it's really starting to come together, especially this park is quite nice. They have this nice viewpoint up here where you can come and get a whole view of the city. So I'm really enjoying that. And then across the street I can see where they're starting to build a new apartment building. They've got a whole bunch of new apartments that are just about complete or being started, so the city is really coming together. It's crazy to think that just a year or two ago half this stuff wasn't even here, so they're really building stuff quickly, and it's really cool to see it come together. It is though really hot today, so I'm heading down to get some shade and get out of the sun because there's no shade up there. Got this canopy over here too, which I think will be really nice if they can maybe get some tables up here, because you got a nice view of the fountain in the background, and there are also some really cool playgrounds which I'm going to go take a look at. So because of Corona, the playgrounds aren't accessible right now, but the one behind me is super cool, and I think once it's open, it even seems like fun for someone like me to go on, so I'm sure the kids will totally enjoy it. These canopies they have set up even make it somewhat bearable to walk outside in this crazy heat. Lusail's Food Park is another exciting hotspot in the city. It gets really busy at nighttime and it's open till about 2 a.m. every day. You'll see lots of people coming in their cars, driving to all the little shops and picking up different food and beverage options. There's lots of coffee shops, burger joints, taco stands, almost any kind of fast food you can think of, they have it there. There are hundreds of these little shops set up in different rows, and it's actually very well organized. You'll often see people driving up in their cars, honking to get servers' attention, or just cruising around in their fancy cars for a nice, easy night out. Right next to the food truck park is Lusail's Marina Promenade. This is a couple of kilometers of pedestrian walkway where you can walk right along the seashore and get some nice views of the city along with the Pearl off in the distance. They also did a really nice job with the lighting here, so they have lots of different colorful lights illuminating the palm trees at night, and also some water fountains that you can see or walk through as you're going around at night. So it makes for a fun walk, and especially in the evenings or in the cooler weather, it's definitely a fun spot to meet up with people and just get some exercise. You can also get a great view of the Katara Towers when you're visiting the promenade. This magnificent monstrosity of a building is definitely one of the highlights of Lusail's skyline and is almost completed, so it's really starting to take shape. The building is designed to look like two swords crossing, so they have these two twin towers rising gracefully towards the sky. It's set to open in Q1 of 2021, so I'm excited to see how it is once it opens. I think this building behind me is probably the most iconic building in Lusail. It's not fully complete yet, but if you just take a look at it, the scale of it is hard to capture on film. This thing is just absolutely gigantic. You can see it from the Pearl, you can see it pretty much from anywhere on the highway as you're driving through Lusail. And this is probably my favorite building that they're building in Lusail. I think this building is going to be the place to be for the World Cup because there are metro stations nearby. The final match is going to be played at Lusail Stadium, which is just a short car ride or a hop on the metro away. So this hotel, I think, is going to be super fun during the World Cup, and I'm excited to see it when it opens. What really sticks out to me about Lusail City is the uniqueness of the buildings. I think the designers really took out their creative side and didn't hold back with the designs on a lot of the buildings that you see, and the skyline is one of the more unique skylines I've seen for a city. One of my favorite buildings is these twin towers that look like little colored blocks that are stacked slightly off center, so they create a really nice aesthetic when they're next to each other. These will eventually be office buildings and are supposed to have a really good view of the Pearl and the surrounding Lusail skyline, and there are lots of other examples of buildings like these which just seem kind of unique to Lusail, and that makes it really interesting, especially at night when everything's lit up, to see a very futuristic looking city. Welcome to Lusail. So that is a quick tour of Lusail. I'm really excited to see this city continue to grow and expand and see what kind of new building designs they come up with. I think if I was in Qatar maybe like 5 years from now, I'd probably choose to live in Lusail. I think once it's finished, it'll be a really great place to live and have lots of fun amenities. Anyways, as always, if you guys like this video, please go ahead and give it a like below. It really helps me out, and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in more videos like this, or maybe leave me a comment and let me know what you think about Lusail, if you're excited for the 2022 World Cup to maybe come and check it out for yourself. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!